4 years to get like this amount of information, we can actually almost like download or plug into another person's psyche to be able to tap into their experience and their true expression, so we don't have to spend all this time learning when we can literally tap into the intelligence of another person. So it is a search system for the future, where we're going to be tapping into other people's minds more than anything, and the technology will be obviously the assisting layer for that. Let's see if there's anything else comes through as I'm doing this. Do you have any questions specifically on the communications and the vision of 2030? One thing that I like to say right now is this: we're going to have our own marks. We're going to have our own tribal marks, and that's already happening right now with the tattoo, and obviously the expression that we have with the clothing that we wear, and the filters that we can adjust on ourselves on these beautiful online spaces. But the next level thing is that everyone's going to be identified as really unique, truly unique, yet united by a tribe or a set of tribes. So it's really going to be a mycelial network of all these different groups and organizations. And now we are becoming, again, this collective intelligence of all of that, and not necessarily belonging to one group, but being, again, able to tap into all of the different intelligence to be the strong Superman, the superhumans that we truly are, tapping into this God consciousness by actually being smart about the way that we use technology and use and tune into and tap into each other's superpowers, so that we can become this collective superpower nation. The biggest question that I have right now in this like collective energy psyche is like, how are we going to do this? Listening to the feminine voice, listening to the guidance of the feminine, tuning into the moon cycles, tuning into the cycles of the bigger perspective of astrology and what's happening in the universe, tuning into places where we felt edgy to tune into, like the intelligence of the variety of ET races. These things are edgy, and they're not being spoken about enough at this present moment, I believe. Now I'd like to drop into the meditative state and transmit a message from the future. It's going to be a language that many of you are not going to stand at the present moment, understand it, but that's a message that is a capsule for the future. Atere te kayan tats teatronto ayanta takara ayatiarenti astayanto om para kayan tastes antarateato ankaratolo tayatastianta taranta en kirieto ompa ayaketias antarateato ak iatestan tarato antikan aria allotentoko amparna teatastianta aikienterianto compayatanta Entiria cantar palakianta ashtiatampa ikeran tolompan takedeantosho. Entera contombai enteleke ai intak oatita sentera canta ampantakara untolonti atisti canta. Antaromutumbanti at alancantantan torotokendia tastianta ampantarcantolo ianta pista. Tu contalayan dalla cantara de cubante. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and these things come through more and more, especially in the healing sessions and the session. And I was muted this whole time. I just love this. The fact that, like the topic of the talk is specifically communications from 2030. Well, you know what? Some things get lost, and that's okay. Now, since I have like 4 more minutes, and I'm going to use those 4 minutes, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and walk you through something. This is so funny. The Wi-Fi connection was just like shut off like never before. So funny. All right. Screen sharing. Let's go into my psyche. This is New Life. This is my profile on it. This is me preparing for this time. Literally trying to fractalize the plane of this existence. And this is my profile. This is where I'm coming from. This is Russia. You can see photos from Russia. Yeah, that's it. Let's see if my microphone is on. Right, now I can narrate. This is great. So guys, this is the future we're visualizing from 2030. And what we're visualizing is this merge of digital and physical, where we use crystals as a tool to assist us. We also use amazing human beings and their consciousness, like this one.
Created this 8-hour cycle where people would come from all over the world together, and they would meet. People would come gather in their local communities together. It was a fractal design that worked throughout the system to bring communities to apply their self-organizing collective intelligence. These communities started to show.
So he's the one that started this, kicked it off at Burning Man 2019.
They started to show that it was actually a quantum leap better in efficiency when we started to create value for the commons, when we started to create value that was open to all, that was designed to be able to benefit the maximum number.
Now, I'd like to also showcase
this,
Rachel.
and I believe, Rachel, you had something you wanted to share before we moved to the manifesto.
Yeah, thank you so much. What I remember from our time together 10 years ago was that we created a collective intention. And in that collective intention, we remembered our connection to all beings and all life. Our senses became heightened as we honored the ancient wisdom of our existence. You have been given this grand opportunity to open a new gateway into the reality of nature, back to soil and soul, back to the fullness of our breath, feeling deeply everything we are experiencing, so we may begin again, entering the paradigm of laughter and yes. And yes. Changing the game, bonding us through this great revealing.
I collect a lot, and I share a lot as well. And we are back. So that was a fun trip. I hope you enjoyed it with me. And yeah, we are doing so well in 2030. I'm so happy that this is happening, because we are creating deep ripples in the quantum space and the continuum of the 2020 and beyond, because we know what's going to be the future like. And if you join newlife.ai, you can be a co-creator of that future, visualizing what is possible and sharing all your quantum moments and your moments of realizing that unity that we all are. So I'm screenshotting this moment, and definitely goes on New Life. Yeah, that's it from me. I feel so chill. Gosh, like this has been a big failure of my life, and I'm like super excited to put it out there and be like, yep, that's how things are. You know, we're gonna chill and we're gonna have fun together, but we're gonna have honest and raw conversations. We're gonna be vulnerable with each other, and we're gonna be following the feminine. Okay, got this. We're in full abundance mode right now. the earth is resting. We are connecting with ourselves. We're connecting with the earth itself. We're realizing the power of nature and the power that it has on us when it's being taken away from us. And we are restructuring the way that we communicate and structure the way that we are, tapping into the resources of the earth in a much more respectful way, and tapping into our own resources in a more efficient and respectful way as well, as we're transitioning into the new paradigm where we are truly seeing each other as gods and as these beautiful, playful beings that can co-create together if we choose so, if we set the right boundaries and set the right communications around our connection. I think that's it. I think that is it. What else? That's it. 32 minutes. I'm gonna get off. Guys, let me know if you have any questions. Attila, Fabienne, you guys are seen. You are. I want to give you a voice if you'd like to share. Do you want to see my art? I'm going to show you my art for now. Thanks, Nataliya, for sharing your experience. Thank Attila for joining. Ah, so good. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is a lot of it. It's Antares light language, but it's a combination also of like all kinds. This was done like in the beginning of lockdown, and this as well, heavy stuff, very heavy stuff. Yeah, purple, and yeah, this is a big one. Ooh, or not. All right, I'm gonna go to New Life to see that work. This, and it's also on the other side. And this has been one of the biggest healing processes for me. This was done during the heartbreak 4 years ago, and this one is me processing that and communicating from that point. And then also this. And yeah, tarot cards are my jam, and visual communications is my jam, and yeah, similar vision of the dimensions of this reality, and the way that we're gonna attend a bigger party in 2030 when all of us are truly united. What else? Yeah, let's see comments. Chat. So Attila said, I'm curious to know more about this type of signage or language. Oh yeah, oh well, it's gonna be the work of my lifetime to uncover even more of that, because it's channeled. It's not mine. It's definitely not mine. I combine it with Kundalini yoga knowledge and the ancient intelligence, the Egyptians, and it's becoming this combination of all the different, the synthesis of all of these different experiences that I or my friends had, because the way that I work as a psychic, as I tap into your space and I go into the higher self, and our higher selves are communicating, and that's where I can literally download the information that the higher self is giving me permission to access. It's a psychic surgery work, and it's very edgy. Again, even in the healing communities, it's a pretty edgy work that is not being talked about enough, I believe. And we are in the beginning of something that is huge to come. And another thing is the use of crystals. The use of crystals and organized for communications has been also a big tool for me to establish a certain levels of telepathic communications that I've already been experiencing and have proof of. Any more questions? Any more comments before we kick off? That's it. I think I took so much space already. I feel complete. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are so seen, you are so heard, and you are so loved. Please remember that. Wishing you health, impeccable health on all levels, physical, emotional, mental, and energetical. And reach out. Newlife.ai is where I share my work, and Nataliya Dot Ai is where the community resides. So I'm excited for you to come in and join the spaces that we are co-creating and circles that we host, because the future of communications, another aspect of it, is coming together in circles and committing to these meetings on a weekly basis, on a circular and cyclical basis, working with astrological aspects also to meet during these astrological events where the energies are helping us to unite even more and to create deeper ripples on the fabric of reality together, as we are meditating, as we're connecting, as we're sharing our visions together. I can keep going on and on, but honestly, my intention is to close the space. So thank you so much. I can't leave it. Now that I have all your attention, I can't leave it, but I have to, because you know what? Surprise, surprise. Things end in life. Life is cyclical. We end things. So how things are. Thank you. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Stay really, really happy and positive, because that's the time to shine that light.